Hello, everybody. I'm Mike Blankenship, and tonight, welcome to the first edition of Wildfire Championship Wrestling's The Inferno. We're going to recap last Saturday's events in Betsy Lane, Kentucky at the Betsy Lane Practice Gym. Fire on the Mountain. What a great show it was. Walter Dixon was alongside me to commentate the first ever Wildfire Championship Wrestling Fire on the Mountain in Betsy Lane. It was a great show, had a great time, met a lot of great people, saw some great action, and had a few surprises. First match out was the Fiji Wildman with Lady Inferno going up against Jax. Guys, that was an action-packed match. If you don't believe me, I have the footage right here. We'll go ahead and get it ready. But Fiji Wildman pulled out every stunt that he knew. You know, you take somebody like that who has wreaked havoc all over the region, and could Jax mount an offense that could compete with what the Fiji Wildman can throw? Yeah, we'll have to find out. So let's get to the footage.
Fiji did not like the referee interrupting him.
Absolutely not.
Oh,
And
another
shot
sharp jab to the throat.
Picks him up. Fireman's carry. Jax trying to mount some sort of an offense. Referee inserting himself. Jax had the go. Oh, he shoves the referee. Referee is out. Spear by the Fiji Wildman.
My goodness, what a spear.
Referee is finally coming to. Fiji Wildman with the shoulder. Referee calling for the bell. Referee is calling for the bell. I'm sure that's a disqualification. There's no doubt in my mind. The referee asking for the bell. He's stopping this.
Well, it doesn't matter where you work, what you do.
Oh, hold
Every
on. The
wrestler
Fiji Wildman's got the referee, Walter.
Samoan
to the
spike. Oh, my goodness.
Did you see that?
Samoan spike to the
That's
referee.
A referee. That is
my goodness.
That is not a wrestler. That is a referee. That is an official. You know that there are going to be some consequences for that action.
Look who's coming out. Is that's
Chick Donovan.
That's Chick Donovan. My goodness,
Donovan
the golden boy Chick Donovan.
Golden boy Chick Donovan is climbing into the ring.
All right, your winner.
Golden boy Chick Donovan in the ring. Chick Donovan is a legend in the sport. Jax wins by disqualification.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Mike. Chick Donovan, the oldest active wrestler in the world today.
Yes, sir. Going after the Guinness Book of World Records for that one. Chick Donovan out to ringside to check on the referee and on Jax. Show of sportsmanship, really, by Chick Donovan.
And I have been told on good authority that sadly, Chick Donovan was not allowed to be active today in this competition. Is that correct, Mike?
He has not been granted a license to wrestle by the Commonwealth of Kentucky. Be that as it may, it's good to see Chick Donovan here with us. Referee has declared Jax the winner by disqualification. Walter, let's go back to the ring for more action. What a match, guys. Fiji Wildman victorious over Jax. If you watch that match, I mean, there wasn't really a lot. Jax tried everything that he could to overtake the Fiji Wildman. It just wasn't working. Fiji Wildman ended up hitting the referee. Of course, that's an automatic disqualification. And I am sure that there are repercussions coming from that one. The next match out of the gate was Corey Sparks defending his Wildfire Championship Wrestling Junior Heavyweight Championship against the Dare Rebel Colby Carmichael. And like I told Walter before the show even started, that was going to be a hot ticket match. It's going to be a barn burner because both those competitors are true gentlemen, and the match, it speaks for itself. We'll go ahead and get that started for you.
Some judgment.
I think it may have been a lapse of judgment, frustration. Ooh, power bomb out of the spin. Both men down. Referee counting. One of them has to get back to their feet. You know, you wonder, could possibly Carmichael be second-guessing himself, challenging Corey Sparks? I mean, Corey Sparks is a little bit younger. Right hand, they're trading rights. Oh, miss. Goes another German suplex. He's holding on.
Locked up for 2. Can he get a third?
He's going to. Yes, he does.
Third and a bridge.
1, 2. Shoulder kick out.
Carmichael barely comes out of that one.
I'm going to tell you something. Those German suplexes will take it out of him. Sparks trying to rally himself. These guys are giving it their all, that's for sure.
Triple German's very reminiscent of Kurt Angle.
Eddie Guerrero done.
Eddie Guerrero.
Ooh!
3 Amigos.
There you go, and the pinfall.
Beautiful layout cutter.
Grabs the leg, 3 count. You got a new champion.
Carmichael just won the championship, folks.
Kobe Carmichael, the new Wildfire Junior Heavyweight Champion.
And new Wildfire Champion.
I'm going to tell you something right now, though. Corey Sparks can be proud of himself. He gave it his all, but it wasn't enough. Kobe Carmichael able to walk away the new Wildfire Junior Heavyweight Champion. That's a big win for Kobe Carmichael. He's from right down the road in Pike County, Kentucky. 2 great young athletes, both of them with a promising career ahead.
I'd like to see Corey Sparks show the same sportsmanship in losing as he did at the beginning of the match.
Hold on a minute. Wait a minute. There you go. Handshake
There
and a
you
hug. You've got to give him some credit. Raises the hand of the new champion. Yes, sir. You have got to be proud. New.
Folks, this is the kind of action you're going to see every time you come out to a show with Wildfire Championship Wrestling. And these guys are just amazing in the ring. Wonderful times.
Great young athletes, great sportsmanship, and a new Wildfire Junior Heavyweight Champion, Kobe Carmichael, the Dare Rebel.
And that's the kind of athleticism you're only going to see with Wildfire Championship Wrestling.
Wildfire Championship Wrestling bringing action back to Eastern Kentucky the way it was meant to
Come on, you
be.
guys can get louder than that. Kobe Carmichael!
Folks, this is only the second of several matches here tonight. There still is a few seats left here, but this is a packed house almost.
Absolutely.
Anyone that's watching and you've got a second, come out, show your support for these guys, show your support for the Betsy Lane High School football team.
I'm Andrew Strout with Wildfire Championship Wrestling. I'm here with the new junior heavyweight champion, Colby Carmichael. How do you feel about your big win?
Andrew, I'm telling you, I feel on top of the world right now with Wildfire Championship Wrestling. I'm telling you, it's a little unexpected. I prepared for it, but I take nothing away from Corey Sparks. Corey Sparks is a great competitor, and he took me to my limit out there. I just so happened to walk away with the gold. So this is where it all begins. So everybody stay tuned, and everybody follow us here at Wildfire Championship Wrestling as I continue to defend this title to all people that want to come to me. Step to me, and I will put you down here at Wildfire Championship Wrestling.
There you have it. For more information on Wildfire Championship Wrestling, check us out on Facebook at Wildfire Championship Wrestling.
What a match. The Dare Rebel Kobe Carmichael walking away with the victory over Corey Sparks for the Wildfire Junior Heavyweight Championship. You know, that Andrew Stratton done the interview with him after the fact. Kobe's going to be a fighting champion. There's no doubt in my mind, and he will take on any and all comers that step in his way. The next match on the card, Mr. Attitude, Kenny France, taking on a mystery opponent. Who could it be? We find out that it is Hellraiser. And we will definitely go to that match right now. Got something in his hand.
What is that there, Mike?
I don't know what it is, but he's got something in his hand.
I can't tell.
Hellraiser back to his feet. Ref, check his hand, ref. Right hand, oh my Lord. He's putting it back in his tights. He hit him with some foreign object.
Pair of brass knuckles, maybe?
It had to be something, that's for sure. Irish whip to the far side. If he's going to use one, why didn't he just go ahead and finish him? But, into the corner.
Hellraiser, showing he doesn't need a
Hellraiser's coming back. It's going to take more than a foreign object to beat Hellraiser. Front face lock, snap.
That was a hellacious vertical suplex, Mike.
No pun intended, I'm sure.
Yeah, no pun intended, obviously.
Hellraiser bringing Kenny back to his feet. Rake of the eyes. Right hand to the head of Hellraiser. Kenny France adjusting the knee pad. Another right hand. Got something wrapped around his hand. You see that?
I see it, Mike, but I don't know what it is.
He put it, whatever it was, he put it in the bag of...
He stuck the foreign object in Hellraiser's tights.
And new Smoky Mountain Wrestling Champion.
Hellraiser, the new Smoky Mountain Heavyweight Champion. But I don't know what that was that Kenny France put in his tie.
I don't know, Mike, but whatever it was, why? Why did he stick it in Hellraiser's tights?
He's complaining to the referee. Telling the referee something. Hellraiser, the new Smoky Mountain Champion. Wait a minute, the referee coming over to Hellraiser. Check.
Ref is checking Hellraiser's tights. There it is. There it is, Mike. Some kind of foreign object.
You gotta be kidding me. Kenny France planted that on him.
Hellraiser has been disqualified.
He didn't even use the foreign object.
It was found on him, Mike. I mean, what do you want the ref to do?
He can only call what he sees, unfortunately.
The champion retains due to disqualification.
I still think that was a bigger...
To give Kenny France credit where it's due, he will retain by any means necessary.
He will do whatever it takes to remain the Smoky Mountain Heavyweight Champion. Kenny France, still your Wildfire Smoky Mountain Champion, albeit the means that he took, definitely not champion worthy, that's for sure.
The crowd knows what we know here, Mike. They seen it as well, and they're chanting, "This is bull crap."
But as you said, the referee didn't see it. He can't call it. Referee asking the crowd.
Hellraiser put on a great match, and for all intents and purposes, he did win that match, but he was caught with the foreign object. I mean, what
One
can you
thing
say?
for sure, you can't take it away from him. He done everything he could. Hellraiser doing what he could to be champion. Goes over. Fans chanting for him. Walter, we know he didn't lose fairly. What more can you say? Whew, what a match. Kenny France ends up keeping the belt. Hit Hellraiser with a foreign object, stuffed it in Hellraiser's tights, and then after Hellraiser got the pinfall, Kenny France complains to the referee, and referee checks Hellraiser, finds a foreign object, and reverses the decision. Hellraiser's disqualified, but I'm going to tell you right now, there might be more to that than you ever will know. I'm sure that Hellraiser will be seeking revenge one day, and there ain't no amount of help Kenny Franks can find that will be able to save him from Hellraiser. Everybody, we are being joined by the human horror movie Adam Newsom. Going up tonight. Adam, how are you doing? It's good to see you. Glad to have you here.
Hey, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
We can hear you just
Oh,
fine.
dude, how about this?
This is great. I mean, great crowd on hand, great matches going on, and you yourself going up tonight against Shane Douglas in a casket match.
Buddy, you know what? There's going to, from what I've been gathering from rumbles going on, that this just isn't going to be a normal casket match. There's going to be an extreme. He's bringing his ECW style to Betsy Lane tonight. He sent Vickers to say that he wants a extreme rules match with this casket. So it's untellable what we're just in for a fight, is the way I look at it. We're just in for a fight.
You got to watch yourself, though. I mean, Shane Douglas, he's familiar with that type of match, an extreme match.
Listen, Mike, it's like this. I take nothing away from Shane Douglas. I mean, he is a legend, and I hate this because he's a man that I admire. He's a man, and you know, sometimes I wonder if this was part of Vickers and Hamrick's plan to put somebody in there that I respect and admire for the final challenge.
That's it. I mean, Nick Hamrick doing everything he can to avoid you, and this has to be it. This has to be what's set up.
Well, I'm going to tell you something. We've got just a match or two left before this goes on, and my adrenaline is just, I mean, it's like volcano. It's like lava right now, man. But the anxiety is there also because you're going in there against a man that's been there, seen it all, and I'm just, I'm pumped.
He's definitely got a career. I mean, former NWA heavyweight champion, ECW champion, former tag team champion, intercontinental champion. I mean, no doubt about it.
His resume is as top as, I want you to think about Shane Douglas for a minute. The man was getting over in WCW in the early 90s, and they pulled the rug out from under him.
Absolutely.
All right, he goes to ECW, gets himself over, and says, you know what, Vince McMahon, I'll give you a try. And a couple dudes from, and we won't get into that, but they're a little bit of a clique. They had something, you know, seen a guy with some talent, they're going to pull the rug out of him. What's he do? Goes to ECW and becomes the extreme icon. And a lot of people, including myself, seems to think that Triple H may have ripped him off for that character. I mean, go back and watch it.
Very possible. Adam, I appreciate you sitting down with us. Wish you the best of luck. Guys, the human horror movie Adam Newsom going one-on-one with the franchise Shane Douglas. You take care of yourself.
Hey, listen, you guys, thank you all so much. This is huge. Wildfire Championship Wrestling. Mike Blankenship, my man Dixon. We are doing big things here tonight, dude, and you all are a massive part of it. Thank you all.
We couldn't do it without you. Thank you for sitting down and joining us. You take care of yourself now. That's it, fans. The human horror movie Adam Newsom going up against the franchise Shane Douglas. We're going to take another break, and we will be right back. The next matchup on the card, one that I was looking forward to, Wildfire Tommy Rich and his cousin Richie Rich versus the Russians. You know, we've talked about the Russians in past weeks, and it's untelling where they came from, like I said earlier on in the previous shows. But, you know, we find out that they're former military officers. Vladimir Putin himself sent them over here to do damage. And, well, we'll just get to the footage and you folks be the judge. Rich's eyes. Right hand. Russian 1 got Tommy Rich. Russian 2 got Richie Rich. You want to see a do-si-do? And smack heads.
It was a Russian collision.
Shoulder tackle. Good football tackle by the Riches. 1, 2, 3, and your winners, Tommy and Richie Rich.
Once again, folks, the ref doesn't see it, and he did not see Tommy helping Richie with that leg hook.
Great match. The Riches, Tommy and Richie. Granted, wait a minute, there's somebody in the ring. Wait a minute. You got
There was a third Russian all along, Mike.
I'm telling you right now, they got the flag. Wait a minute. Oh, they're taking the flag to Richie. Come on. Somebody's got to get some help out there. Wait a minute. Here comes Colby Carmichael. Here we go. They're hitting the ring. The damage has been done, though. You know, guys, I talked about that match on a previous show. I knew going into it, Tommy and Richie would have their hands full. But never did I think that there would be a third Russian. Well, I can tell you right now, you have not heard the end of either side of this. This one could be the match for the ages. After that, handsome Nick Hamrick, Wildfire heavyweight champion, put his title on the line against the natural Chase Stevens. Hamrick, of course, accompanied to the ring by his manager, A. Dick Vickers. We'll get to the match right now and see how it turns out. The weight on that knee.
I don't know how the natural is doing it.
Oh, his manager getting in the ring. The referee got his hand. Count to 10, ref. Come on.
Come on, ref. Throw him out.
Wait a minute. The natural got him. Uh-oh. Hamrick back to his feet. Uh-oh, they bumped, they collide.
Hamrick just run through his manager.
That's it. Nick Hamrick back down.
The ref going out to check on him, but what is Hamrick doing over here? He slid out of the ring.
The natural telling the referee to send him back.
Hamrick has an object.
Wait a minute, he's got the belt.
He hit him with the belt.
He used that title to knock out the natural. Referee's outside, he's back in. Oh my. Nick Hamrick.
And there you go, folks.
You know, that wasn't anything to keep the belt moved if there ever was one. The referee outside attending to Hamrick's manager.
Twice here tonight, folks, we have seen two champions for Wildfire Championship Wrestling that will do anything and everything they can to retain their titles. Handsome Nick Hamrick here, folks, retaining by any means necessary.
But I promise you this much, if Adam Newsom is successful tonight, no doubt in my mind that won't work.
I have to wholeheartedly agree, Mike. I think tricks like that are not going to work on the human horror movie Adam Newsom.
We are just about up to the main event, the casket match between the human horror movie Adam Newsom and the franchise Shane Douglas. Folks, I want to remind you again, Floyd Central, November the 4th. Matches to be announced coming up. Stay tuned to Wildfire Championship Wrestling's Facebook page for more information. But I'll go ahead and say this much. If you all like wrestling, check me out on Facebook. A Look Back with Mike, ALPW Mike. We'll go back to the ring for more action. Everybody, we are being joined by the human horror movie Adam Newsom. Going up tonight. Adam, how are you doing? It's good to see you. Glad to have you here.
Hey, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
We can hear you just
Oh,
fine.
dude, how about this?
This is great. I mean, great crowd on hand. Great matches going on, and you yourself going up tonight against Shane Douglas in a casket match.
Buddy, you know what? There's going to, from what I've been gathering from rumbles going on, that this just isn't going to be a normal casket match. There's going to be an extreme. He's bringing his ECW style to Betsy Lane tonight. He sent Vickers to say that he wants a extreme rules match with this casket. So it's untelling what we're just in for a fight, is the way I look at it. We're just in for a fight.
You got to watch yourself, though. I mean, Shane Douglas, he's familiar with that type of match, an extreme match.
Listen, Mike, it's like this. I take nothing away from Shane Douglas. I mean, he is a legend, and I hate this because he's a man that I admire. He's a man. You know, sometimes I wonder if this was part of Vickers and Hamrick's plan to put somebody in there that I respect and admire for the final challenge.
That's it. I mean, Nick Hamrick doing everything he can to avoid you, and this has to be it. This has to be what set it.
Well, I'm going to tell you something. We've got just a match or two left before this goes on, and my adrenaline is just, I mean, it's like volcano. It's like lava right now, man. But the anxiety is there also because you're going in there against a man that's been there, seen it all, and I'm just, and I'm pumped.
He's definitely got a career. I mean, former NWA heavyweight champion, ECW champion, former tag team champion, intercontinental champion. I mean, no doubt about it.
His resume is as top as, I want you to think about Shane Douglas for a minute. The man was getting over in WCW in the early 90s, and they pulled the rug out from under him.
Absolutely.
All right, he goes to ECW, gets himself over, and says, you know what, Vince McMahon, I'll give you a try. And a couple dudes from, and we won't get into that, but they're a little bit of a clique. They had something, you know, seen a guy with some talent, they're going to pull the rug out of him. What's he do? Goes to ECW and becomes the extreme icon. And a lot of people, including myself, seems to think that Triple H may have ripped him off for that character. I mean, go back and watch it.
Very possible. Adam, I appreciate you sitting down with us. Wish you the best of luck. Guys, the human horror movie, Adam Newsom, going one-on-one with the franchise Shane Douglas. You take care of yourself.
Hey, listen, you guys, thank you all so much. This is huge. Wildfire Championship Wrestling. Mike Blankenship, my man Dixon. We are doing big things here tonight, dude, and you all are a massive part of it. Thank you all.
We couldn't do it without you. Thank you for sitting down and joining us. You take care of yourself now. That's it, fans. The human horror movie, Adam Newsom going up against the franchise Shane Douglas. We're going to take another break, and we will be right back. What do you think about it, folks? Dick Vickers up on the apron, draws the referee's attention. Chase Stevens comes over, gets ready to take him out. Hamrick rushes Stevens, hits Vickers, knocks him to the apron, to the floor. The referee exits the ring to check on Vickers, make sure he's all right. All the while, Nick Hamrick pulls one of the dirtiest tricks in the book, exits the ring, grabs the heavyweight title, and cracks Stevens on the head with it. Referee ejects Vickers, but by the time he turns around, Hamrick is on top of Stevens, gets a pinfall, 1, 2, 3, and like it or not, people, handsome Nick Hamrick is still your world heavyweight champion for now. Because next up, the human horror movie, Adam Newsom, goes one-on-one with the ECW legend, the former NWA world heavyweight champion, in the franchise Shane Douglas in a casket match. If Newsom wins, he gets his shot at Nick Hamrick. If he loses, he doesn't get a shot, and he'll be placed inside a casket. Let's go to the footage and we'll check that one out. Douglas back outside with Newsom fighting on the outside.
Adam Newsom in a hard way at this point.
That's
I think maybe one of those shots with the chain hit him in the eye.
Oh, he's coming back, fighting back with the right hands, vicious right hands from Newsom. Oh, he punched the ring post.
That'll give you a broken hand.
That's a true statement if ever was. I've punched some hard objects in my life, and the ring posts don't give that steel.
Well, there you go, Mike.
Douglas back in the ring. What's he got over there?
It's a metal dustpan.
He's going to choke him with a handle. Cutting off that air supply. You can't breathe, you can't work. Oh, drives the handle of that thing into the ribs. This has been a very physical match. Right hand by Douglas.
Got to give him credit. Shane always did have a heck of a right hand.
That's a fact.
Nick Hamrick's manager just passing a chair into Shane Douglas and a caution wet floor sign.
He's going to try to use it. Uh-oh, that backfired. Douglas bounced the wet floor sign off the turnbuckle into his own head. Sometimes using a weapon is not a wise idea.
Absolutely, sometimes it can backfire, but we've seen it happen countless times.
Newsom trying to get to the top rope. Douglas back to his feet.
Adam Newsom.
Shades of the Undertaker.
Sort of reminiscent of that top rope shot that Kane used to use.
He did that as well. Newsom punches the manager off the apron. Got to isolate him. Another right hand to Shane Douglas. Got him in the corner.
Never overlook the punch of Adam Newsom.
He's laying the fist in.
This is a man who trained regularly with Mayfield Pennington in his boxing gym years ago.
Oh,
and
cheap shot by Douglas.
those punches will really take a lot out of you.
That's a fact. Needed the midsection by Douglas. You touched on it. Adam Newsom's had a career in boxing as well as mixed martial arts. Maybe that'll come into play during this match. Irish whip by Douglas, reversed by Newsom. Another reversal back into the
ref gets it again.
Oh,
three-man down. That poor referee has now taken it in the corner twice. I don't know if he can get back up, Mike.
Newsom has Douglas out, rolling his manager back in the ring.
Shane Douglas is on the outside. Looks like he doesn't want to get back in.
Just pinned the manager.
I don't know what to say, Mike. I'm at a loss here. I'm not sure what has happened.
I'm not very sure what's happened either.
I do think the manager needs to be evicted from this match.
There's a confrontation in the ring.
But, being extreme rules, what can you do?
I'm not certain. I'm at a loss. Shane Douglas, oh, wait a minute. Hold on. You don't want to do that. He just punked the franchise. Shane Douglas, wait a minute, you are not going to get in a shoving match with Shane Douglas.
Shane's still holding that chain too, Mike.
He done it again. Look at me, told him to look at him while he's talking to him.
Nick Hamrick's manager screaming at the franchise, Shane Douglas.
Uh-oh. franchise giving the room to the human horror movie. You know, there is one thing for certain. There's some honor about Adam Newsom. There's some honor about Shane Douglas. Wait a minute, they got that casket open.
I think Shane Douglas has just realized what he signed up for with Nick Hamrick and his manager. And he is done with it.
Wait a minute. Do you think that Shane Douglas has just said, forget about it? Kind of like what is it? The enemy of my friend is my friend?
Shane Douglas is helping Adam Newsom pick up Nick Hamrick's manager and put him in the coffin.
That's a fact.
Nick Hamrick's manager is in the coffin, folks.
As far as I can see, they're getting Nick Hamrick's manager in the coffin, sending a message to Hamrick.
The pallbearers are there.
Franchise and Newsom, tell them to close
And the lid is
The
closed.
lid is closed. That's it.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I'm here post-match with former ECW champion and the human horror movie, Adam Newsom. So, what are your plans for the future, especially referring to the Floyd Central show?
Well, let me jump in here for a second. Everybody knows I've been watching the franchise, as you know. If I say something, you can take it to the bank. I ain't one of these guys who's going to say hi when I mean bye, good when I mean bad. I've, for 20 years, railed against this sports entertainment crap. And tonight got in the ring with a guy that I took everything to, used every trick I knew on. He was able to rebut off what I was doing to him. I've been looking for the guy, or the guys, or the locker room that can change the business, that can hoist that torch that I did all those years ago in ECW. It seems I've found it. It seems like we're here. You took my beat and kept on ticking.
I'm going to say something real fast. Shane Douglas, you're a man's man. You're a man that took every obstacle that they put in front of you and you get to the top. You never stayed down, you kept swinging. And tonight when I went into that ring, I said I'm going to lay it all out there. And I'm going to go to war with a man that's been through every kind of war. And you know what? Tonight wasn't about Adam Newsom and Shane Douglas. Tonight was about Nick Hamrick because I am the number one contender, Floyd Central, November the 4th. I'm coming for you, Nick. I'm coming.
Well, folks, a human horror movie, Adam Newsom, victorious against the franchise Shane Douglas. But as you saw, A. Dick Vickers accompanied the franchise to the ring, the manager of Nick Hamrick. There toward the end of the match, Vickers got himself involved again and wanted Shane to use the foreign object on Adam Newsom. Of course, it was an Extreme Rules match, so that would have been legal. Shane Douglas is a gentleman, a competitor, and a true sportsman, and he didn't want to win it that way. Made Vickers mad, so he decided that he was going to lay hands on the franchise, and as we know, you don't do it. He punked the franchise twice, and the franchise put him down. Guys, that was a great show. We now know that the human horror movie, Adam Newsom, will get his shot at Nick Hamrick on November the 4th in Floyd Central in eastern Kentucky at World War III. Also, I want to tell you all, this Saturday coming at the Betsy Lane Community Park in Betsy Lane, Kentucky, the ruggedly handsome homicidal maniac, the human horror movie, Adam Newsom, will present the second annual Saturday Fright Night. That is on October 14th. There will be wrestling starting at 4 p.m. with Trunk or Treat at 6 p.m. Excuse me. Food will be available. They will have vendors there, so you will be able to purchase snacks and food. You all come out, enjoy the evening, and meet and greet the wrestlers that are there. Enjoy your time, have some fun, get some candy. There'll be a Halloween costume show there. And also, I will go ahead and tell you right now, I had all plans of setting up and signing autographs this weekend at the show. Went through and printed up some 4x6s. They didn't turn out quite the way I wanted them to. Had a few errors in them, but nothing that can't be done. So what I am going to do, I will have Walter Dixon there with me. We're going to do commentary. We are also going to sign autographs on these things for free. If you all want an autograph, take a picture. You're more than welcome to. We'll be happy to do it. Again, that October the 14th, 2023, wrestling at 4 p.m., trunk or treat starts at 6. The second annual Saturday Fright Night, Betsy Lane Community Park. I also want to mention again World War III, Floyd Central High School, Eastern Kentucky. Gates open at 6 p.m., bell time at 7 p.m. On the card, Kenny France versus Johnny Swade with Malicious Swade in his corner for the Wildfire Smoky Mountain Heavyweight Championship. Tommy Rich, Richie Rich, and former JROTC commander Jeffrey Ulrich will take on the Russians, all three of them, in a flag match. The newly crowned Wildfire Junior Heavyweight Champion Kobe Carmichael will defend his title against former champion Corey Sparks in a rematch. The Fiji Wildman with Lady Inferno has laid down an open challenge. And for the Wildfire Heavyweight Championship, the ruggedly handsome homicidal maniac, the human horror movie Adam Newsom will take on handsome Nick Hamrick with A. Dick Vickers in his corner. Folks, that is a packed card. I look forward to seeing everybody there. I look forward to meeting the fans. I'm sure I speak for Walter Dixon. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to be here with us tonight. Things happen, and we understand it. We wish him the best. We'll see him this Saturday, though. Again, Wildfire Championship Wrestling, it's catching on like crazy. Best fans in the world that I have ever been around. Best talent, best staff people. You couldn't ask for better. I don't care what anybody tells you. Be on the lookout. We will be posting events as they happen. Again, we're on Facebook at Wildfire Championship Wrestling. And I do thank you all for joining me for this evening for the first edition of the Inferno. Again, I'm Mike Blankenship. And as always, until next time, so long from the Bluegrass State.